been there for quite some time. Very obviously, a number of weeks, and as we're beginning to investigate that, we look off to the right, and here's yet another one, and she'd been there for probably a month or more. So, once we spotted them, and of course, you know, the FBI standards for a serial criminal is 3. Okay, there has to be 3 incidents, they have to have similar MOs, there have to be connectivity, you know, in terms of the way, you know, they're found. So this was an open and shut case. We had a serial killer on our hands. And Detroit had a lot of homicides in my 31 years, but Benjamin Atkins was about the first that I was even aware of in my entire career. He's the Crack City Strangler. That was in '91. This one, and I had nothing to do with that one. I mean, I was still in uniform chasing bad guys, like I said, down dark alleys with a gun in my hand. This one, I'd only been the commanding officer of the violent crime section for about a month, 2 months, and all of a sudden we got this, and once we got it all sorted out, the chief went to my boss and says, of course your guys got it. You know, he said that's what violent crime is all about. That the section was established as the go-to unit for the chief, and homicide couldn't handle it, or sex crimes was overwhelmed, or armed robbery was in over their head. He would give the case of violent crimes, and we would fix it. We would solve it. With John Eric Armstrong, from the time that we found the bodies until the time we had him in handcuffs, was only 41 hours. To show you how outstanding these detectives were. I mean, less than 2 days. We had this guy in custody, and once we started, Billy Ray told me at first, when I told her, it took us less than 2 days to find this guy. Well, that's not going to make a book. But it was the investigation that had to go on afterwards. He had been, we put our best interviewers with him, and an interrogation isn't like you would imagine looking at on TV, where there's somebody smacking somebody, or a big phone book upside the, you know, smacking them in the head with it because they don't leave a mark. That never happened in my career. I never